Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what time it is. It is Settle In Sunday. Come on in and get your transformational tip for today. I'm so super excited to be on live with you today for Settle In Sunday. Come on in, come on in. I'm Tammy Durden, bringing you your transformational tip for today. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Hi, LT. Thank you for joining. Hey, Stacy. Thank you for jumping on. It's Settle In Sunday. So if you're on live with me today, go ahead, give me some hearts, some thumbs up, say hey. And let me know that you're on with me today for Settle In Sunday. So I hope that you all have had a super Sunday on today. I've certainly had a super Sunday on today. Very grateful to have wonderful worship, to have some time to be productive and get some things done. And so now settling in, preparing for the upcoming week. Just wanted to pop on and give you your transformational tip for today. So go ahead and pass along the broadcast to someone else as we have our little conversation on today for Settle In Sunday. Thank you. Thank you so much, LT. Thank you very much. Come on in. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and invite some of our sister friends to join us. And as we come in for Settle In Sunday, let me know how your Sunday's going. How was your worship today? How was your worship service today? I hope that you were filled and rejuvenated and empowered and strengthened and got the word today and ready to tackle next week, ready to go in next week and do some new and great and amazing things. God is certainly an awesome God. He's an amazing God. And so very grateful to have a relationship with him. Very grateful that, you know what, I'm not in this by myself. God is on my side. With him, all things are possible. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And so I am I take comfort in knowing that, you know, even when things come against me during the week, that I don't have to fear. I don't have to be afraid because I know God is fighting for me. He's winning for me. He's getting the victory for me. And so I can be confident and stand in the fact that all things are working together for my good. So come on in, everyone. It's Settle In Sunday. We are settling in today. And as we wrap up, or as we have wrapped up last week and prepare for this week, we're settling in and being transformed. So as I invite some more people to join us, let me just take a moment to introduce myself for those who may not be familiar with me. I'm Tammy Durden, international speaker, transformational coach, and author of the book, Get Up, Dust Yourself Off and Win. And what professional women and female entrepreneurs and leaders hire me to do is to help them push past setbacks and stagnancy, to become or to get unstuck, to identify their authentic style, and transform their lives into something amazing. So we're on a quest to live an amazing life this year. All right, so I have invited some more sister friends to join us today for Settle In Sunday. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Deirdre. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Lisa Anderson. Thank you for watching. Princella, thank you for jumping on. Hello, hello. Hey, LaDon. Hey, Verlin. Hey, sis. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, Connie. Long time. Thank you so much for jumping on. It is Settle In Sunday. And we are settling in and preparing for the upcoming week. Hey, sis. Hello, hello, hello. So let's get in to your transformational tip for today. Your tip for today is do your best. Do your best. As we prepare for the upcoming week, and sometimes we reevaluate the previous week, and whether you're in business, whether you're in corporate America or in ministry, we evaluate our progress and what we've done and what successes that we've had. And again, sometimes we beat up ourselves, and we're some of our worst critics a lot of the times. But at the end of the day, all you can do is your best. all you can do is your best. And if you made some mistakes and had some mishaps and some missteps last week, as we settle in today, reevaluate, learn from your mistakes. Because remember, mistakes and failures are only lessons. They come to teach you lessons. So we learn from them, we grow from them, and we keep pushing forward. And at the end of the day, all we can do is our best. Now, we're not going to make mistakes. We're not going to make excuses, right, for not being prepared. So now is our time to prepare, to be proactive and not reactive. We're not just going to use it as a crutch or an excuse to say, well, I did my best. You know, they may not have liked the outcome, but I did my best. No, we're not going to use that as a crutch or an excuse. Hey, Jennifer, thank you for joining. It's Settle In Sunday. Your transformational tip for today is do your best. Do your best. Hey, Denise, thank you for jumping on. Welcome, welcome. Your transformational tip for today, again, is do your best. So again, we're not going to make excuses. We're not going to just say we did our best and we really didn't do our best. But we're going to make sure that we walk in integrity. We're going to make sure that we learn from our past mistakes and failures and course correct. We're going to make sure that we put our best foot forward and we really do our best. Do we always get it right? No. Is it ever going to be perfect? No, because we're imperfect beings. But at the end of the day, we want to do our best. And another thing to remember is just don't do your best when it comes to doing something for yourself. When you're doing something for someone else. I'm a stickler about a ministry. Hey, Dee Dee, thank you so much for joining. It's Settle In Sunday. Your tip for today is do your best. Whether it ministry, business, but a lot of times when we volunteer to do things, for example, in ministry, oftentimes we slack. And we don't put our best foot forward and we don't do our best. Well, you know what? Ultimately, our service is to God. It's not to that ministry leader, but our service is to God. And so whenever we do anything, as a matter of fact, whether it's ministry, whether it's business, whether it is taking care of our children, maybe you're a homemaker and you take care of the home and your children and your family, whatever it is, do your best, because ultimately, whatever we do on purpose, whatever we were placed here to do, we do it for God. We report to Him. And so I don't know about you, but whatever I do for Him, I want it to be done in excellence. So when I do my best, I'm doing it in excellence. So that's something that we want to keep in mind in whatever we do, whether it's with our employers or whatever it is. Always do your best. And so the other thing is when how you do anything is how you do everything. And so if you choose to slack in some areas and not do your best and say, well, I'm going to operate, at 10 here, but on this other project or this other thing that I'm affiliated with, I'm going to just kind of slack and drop the ball, and, and you're operating at about a 5 or 6. But how you do anything is how you do everything. On that level where you're operating at a 5 or 6, ultimately that becomes a habit. And when you form that habit, that habit is going to spill over into other areas of your life. So it's so very vitally important that you do your best, consistently do your best at all times in every area of your life. Hey, Felicia, thank you so much for jumping on. It's Settle In Sunday. Your transformational tip for today is, thank you for the thumbs up, is do your best. Do your best. And at the end of the day, we all know that we reap what we sow. And so if we slack and don't do well in certain areas, we are sowing that into our lives, into our businesses, into our ministries, into our careers, into our families. And if we're sowing that slack and not doing our best into those areas, we're going to reap that. It's going to come back in some shape, form, or fashion. So some of us, if we're wondering why things are not shaping up or looking the way that we anticipated, and you're saying, well, I did the work, but how did you do your best? Did you do your best? Yes, it may, hey, Shamara, thank you so much for joining. Did you do your best? You may have done some activity. You may have taken some action, but was it your best? Yes, it may take a little more effort. Yes, it will to operate at doing your best, to operate in excellence versus just doing something to be doing something. It will take a little more work. It will take a little more effort. Sometimes it may take a little more time, but the reward that you will reap as a result of doing your best is far greater than you'll receive as just doing anything and just offering up anything. Hey, Danita, thank you for joining. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm glad that you're being encouraged today. And so for those of you that are on with me right now, I want you to put in the chat, in the comments, what's one area where you know you can improve on in doing your best. One area in your life, whether it's on your job, whether it's serving your family, whether it's in ministry, and you know that, you said, well, I'm just not going to show up today. And when you choose, and if you don't have a legitimate for showing up, and you don't let those that are in authority know that you're not going to show up, you're not doing your best. If you know you're going to be late and you don't contact your employer and let them know I'm going to be late, or if you didn't prepare and you're scuffling and scraping at the last minute to get to an appointment and you're late, is that your best? And we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of at some point or some area in our lives, especially if you live a busy life. I'm extremely busy. And so I always have to be conscious and mindful. Do I always make the mark? No, certainly not. And there are times where I fall short. But the difference is I recognize and admit that I fell short. And then I do put the proper things in place to course correct to get it right the next time. Hey, Sonia, thanks you so much for joining. I need about 5 honest people. I need about 5 honest people that are not driving that can type in the comments one area where you know that you need to improve on and doing your best. About 5 honest people. Hey, Dominique, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for jumping on. It is Settle In Sunday. We are settling in today, and as we prepare for the upcoming week, we're talking about and we're having a discussion. So, ladies, if we're having a discussion, I can't have it by myself. Thank you, and I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong, Shamarama. But thank you, Shamarma, putting an end to procrastination. Oh, that's a big one. Thank you so much for the courage to put that in the comments. Procrastination. My business coach is teaching on that, right, Dominique? Is teaching, Coach Danielle is teaching on that about procrastination. Procrastination causes us to lose money, causes us to lose relationships, so many different things, but that's a big one. Well, congrats to you for stepping it up and making a conscious effort and decision to improve in that area. Hi, Bridget. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, Dominique says honesty. Oh, that's another big one because that's a part of our character. And so, yes, hats off to you, Dominique, for looking to striving to do your best in that area. Lisa Anderson says my job. Yes, that's another big one. And sometimes we can get relaxed on our jobs, and sometimes our jobs is not the optimal situations and conditions, and we get a little disgruntled, or sometimes we just become complacent and not doing our best. So that's awesome, Lisa, to make a conscious effort to do your best on your job. Yes, Deirdre says, yes, procrastinating. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. And I can even add that one for myself in procrastinating, right? That I'm going to make a conscious effort to do my best to stop procrastinating. Hi, Myron. Thank you for jumping on. It's Settle In Sunday. Our transformational tip for today is do your best. In whatever area of your life, we're talking about some areas of our lives that we need to come up and do our best. And some of us have come clean and kind of looked at that thing real quickly and identified at least one area in our lives that we need to do our best. And again, I'll admit to mine is procrastination, to do my best to stop procrastinating. We miss out on so many opportunities. Again, we miss out on money, new relationships, just by procrastinating, putting things off. And so we're going to work on those areas. Making excuses, that's another one. We got to stop it and begin to do our best. And ladies, you know, once we begin to do our best, and once we first of all admit that we're not doing our best in an area, then identify an area where we need to come up and start doing our best. Once we do that, and then number 3, take action. It's one thing to admit it, it's another thing to identify that area, but the third thing, take action. Let's really take action on doing our best. Be intentional about it. Take intentional action on doing it. Again, whether it's on your job, procrastination, making excuses, whatever that thing may be, if we take intentional action, we'll begin to see improvement in our lives and begin to see our lives transform into something amazing. So that's my time for today. I'm on the move, y'all. But thank you so much for tuning in today. Go ahead and pass the broadcast along to someone else that you think it will be useful for. If you're live with me today, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, I equally appreciate you as well. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow for your next transformational tip on Makeover Monday. Have a great evening, everyone. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.